welcome to your Rise and Shine yoga practice. Today's Rise and Shine practice is focused on yoga for the hips. So before we get into it, let's just start in a child's pose. So we can connect with the breath, especially as we move into any type of hips practice. We can remind ourselves here with the knees spread wide apart, the toes together, that as we release our hips, sometimes some emotional things can come up. We hold memory in our hips. We hold healing in our hips. We hold our sensuality in our hips. So really just breathing into the hip joint. Release the lower back, maybe even allow the back of the palms to touch the floor. Deep exhalation. Releasing the palms up towards the ceiling, pressing the elbows into the ground. Shoulders as wide as the mat. Connect with your breath here. Connect with your healing intention as you breathe into your lower back, breathe into the heart. Bringing the whole body, mind, and spirit into the practice. Beautiful. On the next exhalation, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Knees hip distance apart into tabletop position. Inhale, the chin and chest up towards the sky. Really breathe into the hips here. Open, bringing the pelvis bones wide, pressing them apart. Exhale, drawing belly button back towards spine, pressing into the back of the heart. Pressing into the hands. Breathe into the back of the neck here. Tilt the tailbone and head up towards the sky. Shoulders pressing apart, hips pressing apart as you press into the hands. Breathe into the lower belly here. And one more time, exhale. Pressing into the hands, cat pose. And then on the next inhalation, beginning to make hip circles in one direction. Really opening up the hips, maybe even thinking of drawing circles on the right side of the wall with the right hip. And then switching directions, left hip circling. You might even figure 8 the hips here to release the lower back. This feels so good. Try to stabilize through the shoulders, keep the motion in the hips. Beautiful. And then freestyle, just move around. Circle around the hands, maybe bend the elbows. Exhale back, inhale forward. Exhale back and switch directions. Rotating the shoulders as well as the hips. Beautiful. Coming back up to tabletop. Draw that left leg up into the air. Bending the left knee and then making hip circles here with the left hip. Ooh, feeling that in the hips. Belly button towards spine to support the lower back. Switch directions. You've been doing any walking, a lot of sitting, maybe you might feel a little stiff through the hips. So really having compassion with yourself, drawing left knee down, right knee comes up into the air, 90-degree angle, right hip circles. Even through the shoulders, belly button to spine, supporting the lower back, and switch direction. At your own pace, release in the other direction. Beautiful. Fantastic. And exhale. Coming back to child's pose. Breathing, connecting with the breath. Palms down to the mat this time. Walking the fingertips, even another inch or two forward, extending out of the spine. Breathe into the belly to round into the hips. Beautiful. And then inhale up. to front back. Exhale, draw the left leg out into gate pose. Inhale, the hands up. Inhale, the right arm up into the air. Allow the left hand to reach down the left leg. Look towards the right hand up in the air. Or if it's better for your neck, looking down towards the floor. Breathe into that right. See how much you can hinge into the left side of the ribs. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, drawing the right, both hands down to the ground. The left knee comes in. Center of the body, beautiful. Extend the right leg out. Inhale, the arms up into the air. Slide the right hand down the leg. Looking up towards the left palm. Beautiful, breathing into the right side body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, breathing into the left side of the hips as you compress the right side of the body. Nice full deep breath. And then the inhalation back up to center. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Knees back to the center. Beautiful. Chin to chest. Breathing into the back of the neck. Doing a nice stretch there. And on the exhale, knees come back to the ground, hands to the ground. And then this time extending the right leg back behind you. We're just gonna right toes on the ground, just moving back and forth. The right heel back and extending it forward and back, just shifting weight into the hips. And then drawing the right leg up into the air. Draw the left leg up, or left hand up into the air. Pressing into the opposite right hand, left knee. Beautiful. Draw that right leg up into the air, nice and strong, belly button towards spine. And on the exhale, compress. Knee to elbow. Breathe into the back of the heart. Inhale, extend. Left hand, right leg back. Exhale. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale that right leg back. And if you can, reach back and grab a hold of the top of the right foot. Pressing into the hand, the right hand, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale and exhale, belly button to spine. One more breath here. And then on the exhale, releasing the leg, releasing the hand down, come back to child's pose. Breathe behind the heart, palms up towards the sky. Beautiful. We did that on the other side. On the inhalation, coming back up to tabletop. This time, extending right leg behind, left leg behind you, right hand forward. And actually, let's just bring that right hand back down and toes, left toes off the ground, shifting the weight back and forth, stretching out the back of the left Achilles tendon. The heel comes back down, shifting the weight forward, over the shoulders. A few more times here, loosening the lower lumbar spine. And then on the inhale, belly button towards spine, pressing into the top of the right foot. Left leg up into the air. Right hand comes up off of the ground, nice and strong belly button. Strong through lower back. On the inhalation, stabilize. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Look out towards the hand. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Last time, exhale. Knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend that left knee up into the air. Reach back if it's available, grabbing a hold of the top of the right foot and looking over the right shoulder. Belly button towards spine. As you stretch the hamstring here, one more breath. Exhale, extending both leg and hand. Right leg comes back. Hands comes onto the ground, knee comes onto the ground, and then coming back to child's pose. Exhale, release. Breathe out the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhaling, release. Coming back up into tabletop position. This time, drawing the right leg forward, bending that right knee, and coming into your runner's lunge. And then exhale, left heel, or back into the left knee, shifting the weight back into the hips. Right toe comes off the ground. Breathing into the back of the calf, back of the knee, back of the right hamstring. Inhale, pressing into the hands. On the exhale, bending the elbows, extending over the right leg. Squaring off the hips here. Inhale up, pressing into the hands. Exhale, shifting the weight forward into that right hip one more time. Allowing the hips to square, drawing the weight forward into that right hip, breathing into the left hip simultaneously, just feeling that opening in the hips. Beautiful, come back to the breath here. Nice job. And on the exhale, drawing that right knee back. We will switch to the opposite side, drawing that left knee forward. Inhale, shifting the weight forward into that left hip. Right top of the toe, pressing into the ground. And then shift the weight back into the hips, drawing the hips back towards the right heel. Drawing left toes up into the air, left heel presses into the ground. One more time. Inhale the hips forward. Breathe into the heart. Exhale, pressing into the hand. Drawing the left toes up into the air, left hips back towards the right side. Inhale, square off the hips here. Breathe into the back of the hamstring, back of the leg. Press into the hand. On the exhale, bend the elbows together, flexing the toes to protect your beautiful knee. Inhale, breathing into that connection of where the hamstring feeds into the back, the lower back. Beautiful. One more inhalation here. Exhale to release. And on the inhale, bending that left leg forward. Drawing the left knee down. Beautiful. Inhale, coming back into Malasana pose. So bringing the toes out to the corners of your mat. You can leave the hands on the ground here into Malasana or squat pose. Drawing the elbows out into the thighs. See if you can draw the belly button, lifting up the pelvic floor, and inhale the heart, hands to heart center. If that's available to you, beautiful. Opening up the hips here, so good. If you're shaking, that's amazing. Inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, release. One more breath here. Inhale, exhaling the hands down. And then drawing the weight over into the top of the right foot. Extend that left leg out. Inhale. Open the left arm up into the air. Opening up the right inner thigh here. With the left leg extended. Beautiful. On the exhale, walking the hands one over the other, shifting over, weight onto the left foot. Right toe comes up off of the ground. You may keep the left heel on the ground if that's available for you. It's okay. You come up into your left toes here. Inhale, if it's available, drawing that right arm up to the air. Pressing left elbow into inner thigh. Full, deep inhalation. Complete, sweet exhalation. Fantastic. Drawing the hands back down. And this time, shifting the weight into the toes, coming up into a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold, bringing the heels of the hands back towards the heels of the feet, shifting the knees in towards each other, draw the elbows in towards each other. On the inhale, belly button towards spine, nice and strong through the Mula Bandha. Exhale, release. If you're not familiar with Mula Bandha, it just means pulling up on the energy at the base of the spine to stabilize an equilibrium in the body. Inhalation. Strong, even breath. Allowing the inhalation to be the same length as the exhalation. Doing great. Open up those hips. Release the head down towards the floor. The top of the head may one day reach the bottom of the floor. Releasing that weight forward into the top of the head, perhaps. Or even just thinking it. What would that feel like? Exhale, release. Inhale, pressing into the hands, elbows pressing together. Extending the head forward. Breathe into the back of the heart, walk the hands forward. Beautiful. Fantastic. And then drawing the right knee down, left knee down. Coming back into hero's pose, sitting on the heels, inhale the arms up into the air. To stabilize, exhale, hands back to the heart center. Beautiful, one more time, inhale up. Looking towards the hands, exhale, hands back to heart center. Beautiful, walk the hands to the front of your mat. Then come up into downward dog here. Beautiful. 3 strong breaths. Release through the back of the neck. Fantastic. Inhale, right leg up into the air. And on the next exhalation, drawing the right knee towards the nose and all the way through into pigeon. Drawing the right knee up between the hands, allowing the top of the left foot to reach onto the floor. Chin down towards chest, breathing into the back of your neck. On the exhalation, breathing up into your proud chest. Exhale, coming down all the way torso to the floor. You make a pillow for your head or extend the arms out in front of you. To release, breathe into that right hip. Using the breath to ground and center. Using the breath to create space in the right hip. Full deep inhalation, full complete exhalation. On the inhalation, walking the hands back up, frame that right knee. Breathe up into your proud chest, rotating shoulders up, down, and back. Exhale, tucking the toes under. Inhale, dropping the right leg up into the air. Take some hip circles here. We love to do that after a pigeon. It feels really good. Switch in the opposite direction. Squaring off the hips. Inhale, the right leg down and back. The downward dog, if you need, you can take a little break in child's pose, but if not, I encourage you to lift the legs straight up into the air. Drawing the left knee in towards the center of the chest, knee to nose, and all the way through. Left knee comes up between the hands. Top of the foot on the ground. Inhale, rotate the shoulders up and down and back, breathing into your proud chest, squaring off the hips here. Bringing that intention for healing into the left hip socket. Breathing out, releasing. Inhale, chin to chest. Press it to the hands as you breathe into the back of the neck. Releasing any tension here. At the top of the spine. Exhale, breathing all the way into the hips, grounding. And then when you're ready, inhale into the chest, exhale, extend the chest forward. Stacking the hands on top of each other, extending the hands out as you ground the forehead into the floor, forward bending in pigeon pose. Inhale, really breathing into the left hip socket. Deep inhalation. Full, complete exhalation. Using the breath to be the healing force to melt any tension in that left hip joint. Beautiful. And the next inhalation, pressing up, breathing into the front of your chest. Beautiful. On the exhale, tucking the right toe under, lifting the weight into the hands, lift that left leg up into the air. Take some hip circles here on the left side. Feels so good after pigeon. And switch directions. Fantastic. Left leg comes up to the ground. 2 deep, full breaths in, downward dog here. Noticing how the hips feel released, new. Exhale, breathing into the back of the heart. Strong through the palms, release through the neck. One more inhalation here. Exhale. Fantastic, drawing the knees down to the ground. And we'll come into Janu Shirshasana. So drawing the legs wide and far apart. This time, drawing the left leg out, right foot comes into the left thigh. Inhale, extending the body over so that it's looking over the top of the left thigh. Right toe, left toes point up into the air. Inhale, nice and strong breath. Exhalation, releasing. Hinging forward at the hips, allowing the hands to move down towards the heel, towards the foot. Inhalation, deep exhalation, releasing the lower back. On the inhale, walking the hands back up. And this time, on the inhale, left arm into the air, left hand to right knee. Inhale, rotate the right shoulder up and down and back, look behind you. Into this twist, head above heart, above pelvis, grounding into the hips, noticing how this feels in the hips here. Deep in the belly. Beautiful. Hands and back to the center of the heart. Undoing the twist. And then on the next exhalation, opening up the right leg. Bringing the left leg into the right thigh. Beautiful. Shifting the torso to even out the hips over the right leg. If you need to get a little bit more twist, you can bring the left arm onto the outside of the right thigh to really make sure that you can even lift up the right glute off the floor and then extend out of the upper body, left toe up towards the sky, exhaling forward. Hinging at the hips, walking the hands down. Inhale, softening. Exhale, releasing out of that right hip. Inhale, extending, walking the fingertips a little bit further to extend out of the lower lumbar spine as well. Inhale, the left hip and knee squaring out to open up. Evenness in the hips. Allowing perhaps the forehead to extend down towards the knee and rest here. One more deep inhalation for exhalation. You might even sigh out, and on the exhale, walking the hands back up. Extending both legs forward into wide-legged forward fold, drawing, lifting the gift, moving that delicious fleshy part out from underneath so that the hip bones can ground into the ground. Inhale up, hands on the inside of the thighs, knees, calves, rounding into the pelvis. On the inhale, exhale, hinging forward at the hips. You might even rest just on the forehead on the hands in prayer, or extending the arms as far forward as you can so that you can really release the upper body, shoulders and neck here. Really like making that pillow for the head here. If the hands don't reach if the head doesn't reach the floor. And again, knees and toes up towards the ceiling. Outward rotation of the inner thigh to open up the hips here. Inhale, and the exhale, release. Active through the belly. Exhale, releasing, drawing that belly button back toward the spine to support the lower back. One more inhaling, walking the arms back up. Beautiful. Inhale, just bringing the arms in front of the heart. Drawing the legs together. Coming back to Baddha Konasana or bound ankle pose. Feet together like a book. Rotate shoulders up, down, and back, grabbing onto the shins. Breathing into your proud heart. You draw the heels in towards the torso or further away, depending on what's good for you. On the exhale, hinging at the hips. We'll make this our closing pose here, just sitting in your love cave as you press the elbows into the thighs, opening the hips up. Yes. Inhale, breathe into the psoas here. Breathe into the lower pelvis. Into the pelvic floor. Breathe into your belly. Deep, complete, even inhalation. Full,
Releasing. Exhalation. Release the head and neck down towards the chest as well. Fantastic. And on the exhale, release. Inhale, hands back to heart center, gently coming up to sitting. Hands in front of the heart. Closing your eyes and bringing your attention inward, just noticing how the hips feel. Noticing what's come up for you. Just blessing and giving gratitude for this information in the body. A nice deep inhalation, exhale, breathe out the mouth and let that go. Like you're blowing out a birthday candle one more time. Inhale into the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, blow out the candle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give thanks for your willingness, for showing up today, and for stepping into your healing. Namaste and Ashe.